Hi everybody, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. Just here to do your card for today, and you'll be using the Faulkner Tarot deck, the black and white version, as normal. And I'm just about to deal out some cards for you to just see what the universe has got in store for us today. Okay, the card today is quite a difficult card actually. It's the Three of Swords. Now, Three of Swords talks about heartbreak, and it talks about upset, and it talks about an energy that's quite difficult. It's also about thought processes though, and it may be about things that you're worrying about that you don't actually need to over worry about. So worth bearing in mind when you get this card that it does talk about that. It talks about overthinking, it talks about energy that's difficult. It also talks about the past as well, and quite often this is past stuff, so dwelling on too much of what the bad stuff that's happened rather than focusing on the good stuff that's around you and the good stuff that's coming in for you. So the Three of Swords is a difficult one. It is about sadness and it is about difficulty, but it's also about being able to move on from that and let that energy go. So in this kind of Monday energy I've got here at the moment is just a feeling that maybe it's time to just let some of that old stuff go that's been hanging around. And you may need to deal with that. You may need to have that day that you sit there and really give it some thought and think about how you're going to move on from that. And also I kind of feel like sometimes I'm not one of the positivity police, okay, and I do work with the law of attraction, and I do believe that the more positive, happy, joyful you are, the more likely you are to draw that kind of energy in. You have to be in the same vibration as the energy that you want to draw in. So if you're miserable, you will just draw in more miserable stuff, or more stuff to be miserable about. So I would never advocate dwelling on things forever and ever and ever and ever, but I do think it's important that you acknowledge your pain sometimes. And if there is something that is painful for you, it has to be dealt with and it has to be acknowledged. I don't think you can lock it away. Well, you can lock it away, but that's kind of, that just festers then. So kind of, you know, be able to cry about something if it's a bad thing, you know, if it's something that's hurt you. It's important to be able to acknowledge your emotions, whether they be good or whether they be not so good. If you can get it out and get it dealt with, you're much more likely to be able to be moving into a place of more positivity, much easier than if you lock something away, because it just keeps coming back to bite you on the bum. So maybe today's one of those days where the universe is saying, have a look at that. You know, if you need to have a day or give some thought to things that have not gone particularly brilliantly, or that are not quite right for you, then you know it's worth considering giving that a little bit of energy and clearing it out. And you know, you can kind of send a wish out to your angels to heal you as part of that process to help you move forward. I'm going to just put down an energy oracle card just to kind of help us out with this. And interestingly enough, there it is, look, the Daughter Spirit. Really not very good lighting in here today because all of a sudden the sun's gone in and it looks like we're going to have a storm. So I'll just put the light on for you so you can have a little look and see what we've got. Daughter Spirit is very much about that, you know, allowing your angel in, allowing your spirit guide in, allowing those people in to help and support you. They can't come in and help and support you if you've locked something away and thrown away the key. So if you are able to kind of have that conversation with them as if they were there with you, that you feel that you need some support and some healing, you can ask your angels to do that for you, and you can ask your spirit guides to be there to support you. The thing with angels is they can't intervene unless you ask, because of the rules of how the universe is set up. So you kind of have to put it out there and just say, you know, I'm in pain, please help me. And then you'll be much more able to get into the vibration of feeling the joy of what's around you rather than what's past, or the things around you that aren't so good seem less impactful if you're supported. So I'm going to leave you with those cards for today. Use this power to come in and heal you from the pain and the difficulties that are around the Three of Swords. You're not alone. We all have a guide, at least one, sometimes many. And this card's very clearly showing that what you need to do is open that door and allow those guides in to help you and to support you. It's very much a message of not being on your own, having to deal with things that are hard or things that are painful, but not having to do that on your own. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that for today, and I'll be back again tomorrow to put down another card for the day for us. I will be putting the tarot scopes for the week up a little bit later on today. They'll be on my blog, and I'll put the link to that underneath the video so that you can have a look at that if you would like to. That will be up a little bit later on today, and you can find a copy of this Periscope broadcast on my YouTube channel, which is Crystal Sparkles on YouTube, and you can find the link to my blog there. You can always also find me on Facebook, Crystal Sparkles Readings, and you can find me on Twitter at Crystal Sparkly. So there's links to all of those things underneath the video on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.